Hello, everybody. Hope you're all doing marvelously well. Adam Steele here, and after 10 minutes late because of technical issues, I had a horrible ground loop on the amp, and then everything was clogging up my internets. But now that is done, and now I'm back, and I have noises. So let's clue you in on some of these noises, if I can. And it will let me do things. Oh, it's going to cause absolute mayhem if I do, because that's going to cause doubling. Throw that in the bin. I'm going to have to open Reaper in the background. I've already got Reaper open. Fantastic. Let's see what happens when I get some noises going. See if you can hear some things, because it's hopefully Songwriting Day. Sibilants. If there are sibilants, then that means I need a de-esser. So let's have a look at that. Everything's a little bit out of whack since I got back from what's the word? Everything's a bit out of whack since I got back from filming. I've been at Abbey Road, and I've been at Bowers and Wilkins, and I've been a lot of other places, and it's all a lot. Let's see if Soothe will pop up in my list. I don't think it will. It's got a double E on it. Hopefully that was only temporary. Yeah. But yeah, bear with me, everybody, because now I'm looking at another screen to see if I can hopefully find a de-esser for you all, because everything's a little bit upside down from where it was, and there are some plugins that I don't have anymore that I did, and some of them that will add. Let's go with re-x comp. There we go. And sub. Bear with me, everybody. DS can be band 3. I'm having to do this off screen. In fact, no, I'm going to do this on screen, because then you can actually see me doing something. So I'm getting band 3. This is on my vocal chain. I'm going to put the ratio quite high, and there we go. That should be de-essing for you guys right now. Hopefully that should make the sound a little bit less. And not auto makeup gain either. There we go. We don't want the horribleness. And that should sort that out, all being well. There we are. All right. So, yeah, I wasn't sure if I could go live this evening, Marty. So this is very much a last minute thing, but I've been saying I would do a monthly writing stream, and I haven't been doing because I got crazy busy. Do a low pass? No, that's how you end up with for a vocal. And this is an audio stream, so if I did that, I would be crucified, I think is the appropriate word. So, if I get where have all my audio sources gone? This is let's see if that results in things. I have to set up some filters that were not in place and change that to Reaper. There we go. I'm now hearing that doubly. So let's turn off my version of that. You should be able to well, there'll be a bit of sibilance as long as it's not ear piercing. If it is, that's your monitoring system at this point, because I mean I've got a de-esser on there. So hey, but yeah, welcome everybody. I have an open copy of Reaper. I'm not getting a massive amount of input on that. Is that input 6? So let's. that's just about doable. I'll go with it. Let's stick a tuner on quickly so we know we're in tune. I do have my retune, come on brain, my Evertune guitar over there if this becomes an issue, but... Mage Prometheus is in chat. Hello everybody, but especially Mage, we were wondering where you'd been. He's one of our regulars in the Discord and has not been seen for many weeks. So yeah, glad to know you're still with us. Yeah. But yeah, so let's open up Obsidian. This is where we got to in the last writing stream. This was the album overview, which of course is the apocalyptic thing, hence the name of the stream, Songwriting for the Apocalypse. And we did get a good 12 song kind of core structure, which is still up for change, up for debate. And we did a lot of things around that. So, learning how to write an international best-selling fantasy novel. Nice. I think the tip from George R.R. Martin is build up a ton of hype and then never actually finish. But also that's what she said. What does window size refer to on the tuner? The window size is to do with literally how much it stops and starts its little detection algorithm for what the note is. And so the lower the note goes, the longer the wavelength is, the more of a window it's going to need to work that out, which is why your low B on your bass needs that longer window size, because the wavelength is physically like too long for it to detect in a 30 millisecond window. But yes, as you can see from the neck, this camera, focus on me. There we go. This is my Harp guitar with the Fishman Fluences. It doesn't actually matter. This is just demo writing. So if we don't get a great guitar sound, that's fine. But I don't usually play with it kind of classical style on my leg, but I've got it set that way so that you can at least see the guitar neck. Cool. Let's just tweak that guitar tone a little bit. I'm not going to go crazy, but this is going through the 2 notes capped to X, which I've just kind of had to reset. I've had to reset it because I was using it with Christian Cola. Oh. That's me touching my phone and touching the AC cable out, which is causing noise, which is not a fault of the rest of the system. But yeah, let's add more thickness, more brilliance. A bit less thickness. It's a very sensitive amp in terms of the controls. Tiny little bits of change. All right. Are we dead yet? It depends. Is your universe fictional? But yes, I think that is about as good as I need. Close enough. So Gary's question is a very good question. Do we already have ideas or anything before we start, or are we seeing live thoughts? This is very much live thoughts. The structure of the album, as outlined here, is what we came up with on the last stream. Now we need to basically either pick a song or come up with a riff and use that as a starting point, and then try and write the actual riffs and structure. Those are the two things that I need. Mage says still a Patreon member, but yeah, that could have been automatic though. Yes, Chris says drop D. Drop D is what I'm most comfortable with tuning wise in terms of songwriting, not because of anything other than I find it simplifies the way I can think. So I can, if I'm writing, I can suddenly be like caveman chord, like. And I'm not suddenly starting to have to think about any sort of chord shapes. Then I can start throwing ninths in. Or whatever. Is it possible to live stream your live stream? What? I mean, you're live streaming it right now. Welcome. But sure. Anyway, this is going to be quite a messy stream. The idea of this stream is very much going to be get, like I said, a riff and transitions maybe, but sections of one of these down. And it doesn't matter if it's really well recorded. It doesn't matter if the sound's top notch. It doesn't matter if it sounds like a finished product or not. So, yeah. The downside to us saying riff first is it could just be riff salad. And I do not want this to be riff salad. Where I just go, oh, this is a good riff, and then go into, oh, this is another good riff, and go, oh, this is another good riff. What I want to do is kind of come up with something on one of these cues, because the cue will dictate the mood, and the mood will dictate the feel. The feel will dictate the chord voicings as to whether it's major, minor, whether it has that kind of... or whether it has very different things. Hello everybody, welcome in, welcome in. If anyone has any ideas they want to throw out, by the way, feel free to throw ideas out, but also be aware that they may not be taken into consideration. Ideas are just that. And especially in songwriting, you have to be prepared to have 100 ideas and only have one be the winner. Drop D Muskin saying one. Damn, I think Chris might have come up with something there. 578. Box pattern. Am I using Ableton? No, I am not using Ableton. This is Obsidian. This is just note writing software. I am using Reaper, as I always do. My interface is multiple. Back here, I'm using the Audience Evo 16 and SP8, and for the voice, I'm using a Lewitt Connect 6, which are different to what I use in Studio A, which is... Come on, camera, focus. I'm over here. What are you doing? The Studio uses an RME a RADAT card hooked up to lots of different conversion units, but... Ooh, that's good. That's ooh, actually. Is very similar to an idea that I had for opening of another song, which started with a get it. So it was more of a, but that was this. Let's just record that in with no tempo. Just we'll record that in as a riff idea. Just something that I can mark as. I'm gonna call that riff big dim 5 because it's a big chord. Riff big dim 5. It's a big chord and it uses a fifth which becomes diminished. Latency from strum to sound, probably because it's going through the Restream plugin to you guys. I don't have any latency on there at all, really. So as long as you guys can hear it, that's the most important thing. But yeah, that is a fifth, and then it's diminished. So it goes. But yeah, no, I don't want a drum groove yet, because if you try and predetermine the drum groove, you will end up burying yourself in a box and locking to that groove that you've already pre-programmed, and I don't work that way. So that was was an intro for a different song, but I think because of that, I can reference in instead of. Well, let's just stop recording. Instead of, I'm going to be using and going to a major third, because then I can lead that into a longer riff. So like. So here we go. Cool. So that was I'm gonna start putting markers down, and I'm gonna save the project in a second. Riff, big, dim, major third, and then let's make some more notes. Let's save this in my studio folder. Let's make a new folder for this, because this is gonna be a whole lot of stuff. Apocalypse. And in here, copy all media, apocalypse, riffs, and that will now move these two files. The same first notes. Well, Buck Rogers is in F, and that goes. And then. That's just the first and the fifth. That's not copyrightable. That's not something that anyone else can claim. And yeah, Try not, when you're writing stuff, to go, oh, this sounds like that, this sounds like this, because that will inevitably screw you up, because all you'll be able to think about is that other song then, and then it'll end up either being scrapped because you're like, oh no, it sounds like that other song, or you'll end up gravitating towards trying to rewrite that song. What you need to do is just let go of all of that, write what comes out, and build on it in your own way, and by the time you've finished, it will be entirely your own thing. So, Valeria, hello everybody else. Boop. So, let's see, what was this? Right, so it was So let's put a note in here. So that was chords 1 3 6 1 6 4 1 3 6 4. All right, because that let's see if I can. I do like to double track things when I can. So, and again, this is all without click. This is literally just coming up with a riff. Anything to do with stuff like drums comes later. So left and right, not recording on the left. Oh yeah. What? Oh yeah, guitar volume's down. Durr. Nope. Songwriting in front of strangers is weird. No, only for people who've not done music production for a living. Oh, okay. That's not right then. Must have just been a crappy note from me. Anyway, let's actually add a tempo. Now I have something I want to record. Ding, 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 and see how that feels. Yeah, and a 2 and a 3. Ah, that'll be why there was an open note in there. Yuck. 2 3 4. Yeah, no, I'm not bothered at all because I've done production for 20 years, and most of the time it's people criticizing things like mixing or the tracking process or whatever. At this point, it's water off a duck's back. If someone says, "Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that. I think it sounds like that," I'm like, "Yeah, okay," and I do my thing, and that's what I'm known for. And people either like it or they go home. Great, that's fine with me. Now let's try this again on the left. Always helps when you turn up your guitar volume. Durr. Cool, so I think we've got a riff there. Question is where that goes, whether it becomes a motif that we end up using later. And very much depends, yeah, so I'll get rid of them. That's now going, oh no. The time signature change there is going to screw us up. So I'm just going to delete a lot of that. Oh. I've made myself a shortcut of Alt and Z, which will trim that crap out of there. Because, right, actually, now's a really good time. I keep hitting. I've got a new keyboard, by the way, that it turns out it arrived and it was a Mac keyboard, so the keys are reversed, which is a little annoying. So, put the guitar down on the stand, and this is probably a good time to throw in a drum track. Gonna use Superior Drummer. No, I'm not. I'm gonna use drum roll. I'm gonna use a drum roll. No. Oh, it's between Extinction Level Event and the Periphery 4 Matt Halpin. It's gotta be Extinction Level Event. Because that, with the tick box done for, where is it? Drum kit? Yeah, processed. Yeah, I'll just leave that as is. Because again, this is songwriting. I mean, Superior is great, but Superior is not really appropriate for demos. It can be done, but it will cause you headaches when you could just not. Insert MIDI item. There we go. Buff, buff. Let's quickly throw this in. Ba ba da ba. This is starting to sound like the opening section of Dream Theater's Metropolis Part 2. I'll have to be a little careful of that. Come on, give me a crash. And yes, I know these are 127 velocity, and that's horrible. But, again, demo. Doesn't matter. Basically a drum machine at this point. Cool. So let's go back to Obsidian now. This isn't the overture. We've done the overture. This is quite possibly Hunt for Protection, because that's yeah, maybe Hunt. I'm gonna just keep putting notes in here. Ba-ba-da-ba. Oh, bag's caught in my wheels. There we go. Got my traveling bag caught in my wheels. Gonna need to fill that bag pretty soon. Start packing for NAMM in a few weeks. What's Obsidian? Obsidian is kind of like Notepad, but just like supercharged. It's got boxes and stuff. So this is, it's somewhere in between a Notepad unit and just like, yeah, it's a really complicated, powerful note-making tool. You can add things like images and audio and stuff in Obsidian, but I'm not doing that for this. This is literally just, I've workflowed the album. So yeah, get it. It's free. It's cool. It's good for this kind of thing. So I I'm thinking that ba-da-ba-ba, it's very bow 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 ba-da-ba-ba. Yeah, so the hunt for protection. Yeah, so right, okay. Because I was envisioning the this song, it's gonna start with so that's where the bow bow bow. But I know somewhere that's been used somewhere. Oh, where has that been used? That bow, bow, bow. I did say earlier not to get hung up on that kind of thing, but it sounds like something exactly like something else. It's also really easy to play, which means somebody else has done. Right, so I am going to do that, but I'm going to break it up. And I am going to end up quad tracking this. I got asked that earlier. I never, ever, ever quad track. But it might be necessary for this because two of them will be a big block chord of... And then two will be... Because this needs to hit literally like bombs dropping. It is from my solo project, does not have a name yet. You don't want to name things too early on. It devolves into BS very quickly if you start going, oh, it's called this and it's got that and it's got this. So no, I'm very much letting that happen as it comes. Intro version 2. I am gonna copy a little bit of the drums because I know how I want this to be. This is literally gonna be. Might have to put triplets on here too. Ding and ding and ding. Nope. Straight 16s. Didn't. Yeah. Okay. Straight 16s. Bow bow bow. Did it? Okay. So the rhythm comes from. The rhythm comes from both Run to the Hills by Iron Maiden and also the start of War of the Worlds by Jeff Wayne. Making a name gives you a guideline for a concept. No, an entire album map gives a guideline for a concept. Yeah, the names can come last. The idea should come first. Not the name. That's kind of the Apprentice style BS, in my opinion. But yeah, let's just get some tracks down. 2, 3. again, this is a thing. Yeah, a name is a form of an idea. If you've got one, great. But if you don't, that's fine too. There we go. One and a two and a three and a four. Right, so those are literally going to be like sound design in between on these big hangs where there's like bombs going in. Because maybe I can have like a big Hans Zimmer style on the second one. Because this something else that I can announce at this point is that I'm really intending on working with Dolby Atmos very soon. I've been doing some research on it. And it turns out it can work perfectly well with Reaper, which is what I am going to do. Because that's what I do. So yeah, without further ado, let's get the motif there. Come on you go. That on. And yeah, the sound of the amp, this is a Fishman Fluis in my custom telly, through a Keeley Red Dirt, which is basically a tube screamer with less noise, through a PV Triple X, through a Zilla 4x12 two notes cabinet. So yeah, this is my demo tone. It's a pretty good demo tone. Cool. So that needs to be doubled. Two, three, and cool, the gates are all going bananas at the end there. But again, just demos. Doesn't matter. Could spend hours going back, getting the perfect tone, capturing DIs, doing it all absolutely to the nth degree, and then lose all creativity and all inspiration. And just get lost in tone hunting when now is not the time. So, yeah, that... Whammy action. No. Whammy is not for me. And again, that whammy bar, whammy pedal, none of that. Nope. Not me. I have a bass with a whammy bar on it. That's quite me, but guitar with whammy, no. I'm thinking of this more like a film composer than a kind of thing, because this is going to have synth layers, orchestra layers, all sorts of stuff. And because I'm planning on doing this kind of Atmos style, I can think about it in a slightly more orchestral way. So yeah, I'm probably going to have some sort of drum fill coming back in. Again, the drummer on this album is going to be Mike Mallion from Monuments, so I can be quite... what's the word? I can put a very vague idea in somewhere and then describe to Mike of that doof 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 that I put. Can you do a crazy kind of thing in? And I don't have to spend hours programming to death something that would be done differently anyway, as long as the part that I do conveys what I want to get in. So let's have another listen to this. Right, at that point, I kind of pulled into time somehow. Yeah, even though that's simple 4 to the floor stuff, by the time I give it to Mike and go, do your thing, that will be much more musical. So as a demo, I'm quite all right with that literally going boof, doof, boof, a doof. But I see the whammy bar when people start eating each other. Well, human food is actually two whole songs. So yeah, that's in there. People is food. Soylent Green is people. Right, I need to get that down as a note quickly. Cleanly. Yep, last note was a complete doozy. But with the magic of editing, I can go -1. That kind of works. Ooh. Will there be a live orchestra? No. If you had any idea how much a live orchestra costs, you wouldn't ask that question. It's a good question, and the answer is no. But if I were to hire a live orchestra, I'd be looking at anywhere from 20 to about £150,000 for a day of orchestra. So it's going to be programmed orchestra or nothing. Because I don't have a major label budget. Not to mention that Abbey Road Studio 1 is booked out for 2.5 years. I'm going to just track this on the other side here. Always with the open strings. What sample libraries? Don't know yet. It doesn't really matter. I'm hoping to get a copy of Spitfire's Abbey Road 1. But, really doesn't matter. Yeah, that was Clown Shoes. Let's do that again. Like to know where to go for good brass samples? Well, it depends what you want, because everyone's idea of good is different. The Abbey Road 1 is absolutely incredible, but if you're like, oh, it's too orchestral and not punchy enough, then I can't help you. You know, it's like, go and demo them all and see which ones appeal to your ears. I say demo them, just listen to the sound clips. Teacher, thank you very much. Let's see if that was enough. I'm going to call this Nintendo riff. Yes, it goes 1, 6. Am I going to sing on this album? Yes, I am. But that comes later. That comes after, at the very least, getting some sort of song structure together, then deciding on which song the piece is. Then I'm going to be writing words to that and kind of reserving the right to modify the demo structure if the vocal doesn't fit at that point, to kind of go back and then rejig until it fits together. But oh boy, it's gonna be fun. Yeah, I don't know where that came from, but keeping that. I'm gonna insert a drum fill here. Duh, duh. You're all gonna hate me. It's the best drum fill ever. There we go. How many albums have I written? Grand total of 0. But I have worked with and done production on probably 100 albums at this point. I lost count of the number of people I've worked with, solo acts, bands. Oh boy. And that's not the mixing projects, that's just the production stuff. So yeah, at this point, I feel very much ready to do something like this. But it's just not something that I've made the time to do, which is why this year I'm making the time to make myself do this on stream, because otherwise it would never get done, which hopefully will push me closer to an end goal. But yeah, well, by the time Malian gets hold of that it's going to be whatever is most appropriate there, which, knowing Mike, by the time I've finished writing the riffs, he will find something rhythmically in one of the riffs. It might be like the ba ba da ba, that kind of thing might be da 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 da. He'll probably latch on to that syncopation. But I'm assuming I'm pretty much giving Mike almost total creative control over his parts. I say almost because there might be the odd thing where I go, actually, I really want this specific thing, but that's probably going to be rare. If you haven't seen the video that I did for the Audience SP8, which is in the rack over there, check out the first few minutes of that video, because that was essentially the prototype of the overture for this album. It's an idea that I've had kicking around for several years, and I had a demo version of that which I was going to show to Mike Malian, and on the studio day I couldn't find that demo file for love nor money. It was years old, it disappeared out of my Dropbox, and so I had to describe to Mike the song. We had an hour. I described the entire structure of the song and played on bass, no less, the fundamental kind of principles of it. There were some odd time signatures, there were a lot of drop bars, there was a lot of 7, a lot of syncopation, and Mike got it in 2 takes, and he would have got it in 1, except that I screwed up halfway through take 1. He's just that good. So I trust him with this. I mean, yeah. And the best part about that is anything that this reminds me of at the moment, that's going to be changed by what he does. Let's get that down. Move the Nintendo Riff marker to go with the Nintendo Riff. And what I'm doing now is a finished sentence, Adam. what I'm doing is a stripped down version where I'm going to put some 8s on the hats. Oh yeah, but believe you me, when it comes to tracking time, especially with the bass, I'm going to be getting creative on this thing, but guitars are going to have to be fairly meat and potatoes. The synths and other stuff are going to have to be methodically made. But yeah, bass is going to be all over that. Yeah. But yeah, I'm going to track this. I'm just going to put a long drum part on it here. Because I'm thinking of just break it down and neck pickup. Major with a minor 7. That's Mixolydian mode, right? Yeah, let's not play that, because that's somebody else that I know. Okay, that came out of nowhere. Which is a little bit Final Fantasy. And so on and so on and so on. No. And that's easier to do in a standard tuning. But let's play that back and see what that rumble was like. Yeah, no, I don't want to go higher for a second one. No, because this is going to be where the vocals go. So I really need to stay out of their way and be aware that too thick an arrangement can cause problems. It needs to rise and fall, and the easiest way to do that is with arrangement and playing. Again, I know I'm playing this as demo style, but if I can make the song go big, go small as I go, that'll help me later. Let's play that again. Was it? Didn't. So it's. So it's 7th first, then major third. Let's see where we go. And a 1 and a 7. Okay, so no. First one was 7th first. Okay, so first one was the other two, and the fourth was. 3 time change accents to higher notes. Oh, see, now we're getting interesting. Because this is where, yeah, it's probably going to be quite a kind of a low vocal here. Dun, da, 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 no. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. What's the target audience for my album? Me. I'm the target audience for my album. I am going to be working on a Devon Townsend style brief, which is screw what everyone else thinks. Ugh. Second half was messy as all hell, but there is a bit of even flow in there. But then, as Chris was saying earlier, there's a little bit of a jambi going on by Tool. Ooh, with all the knobs out and on the neck pickup on this, I can get an almost kind of. Ooh, nope, fingers no work. Oh, the vocal line was nothing like even flow. Because even flows, which is, I mean, yes, it had a major third in, but that's why the similarities ended. So what was the suggestion? 2 like this. Okay, well this one's going to need a little bit more pizzazz. That needs recording because that can be verse 2. Let's get this, because that if it comes back, it can have more energy. This is so weird. I suffer from what's called verse 2 syndrome. Whenever I go out and play shows, cover shows, wedding band shows, all that kind of stuff, I never have a problem remembering the second verse. The first one always kills me. I'm terrible with words, but if it's the second verse, the one that everybody else forgets, I'm usually on it. I don't know why. One and a two, arriba! Now that was played about as roughly as a bear's backside, but it does what I need it to do for now, which is it's got this kind of thing. Yes, it's single coil, but it's got more. What's the word? It's got more. R. R. Not pirate. R. It's got more menace. It's got more energy. I mean, this is the kind of thing where in proper tracking, I would use a lower gain amp on this section and really bring it down. Whereas the other one, I might single coil it and hit it quite hard with a drive to give it a bit more of that Tim Henson, Polyphia kind of anger. Let's try this version again. Yeah, so let's literally just get 8 bars here. And go from here and change the record mode to time selection auto punch. Ah, for Pirates was invented by Disney. Right, so this is that this is going to be the, but on the neck pickup and with no palm muting. Ooh, talking of Nuno Betancourt in the chat, that's a very Nuno thing to just pinch everything. Mix is weirdly dark. Right now, I do not care. It may well be a little bit because my monitoring is dark. Oh, no. No. Oh, you mean you listen to the solo on the Nuno stuff? Right. I thought you meant this. But yeah, cool. I've not had a chance to listen to the Nuno Betancourt new stuff yet. But I did really love Pornography by Extreme. That Should probably stop playing that before I get copyright stricken. And get back to working on my own stuff. Oh, major third. Right, need to play better. Close enough for jazz. And let's double it. Where did that come from? I mean, it wasn't amazing. Yeah, it needs a little turnaround there before it just stops. I'm not getting some noise in my chain. Wasn't getting that a few days ago. Oh, that could work later on as a motif. Yep. Question is, how do I get there? From this. Close enough for jazz. Oh, I got close enough for jazz from my dad. Who got it from Ted Heath? Who got it from Glenn Miller? My father's father was a big Glenn Miller fan. So that may well be where it comes from for me. So it's more directly. Yeah, the Glenn Miller band was a big influence on everything that my dad hates. But has then gone back, I think, and matured musically, but yeah. Anyway. So this is gonna have something. Skibba-dabba, flibba-dibba, California. Shimmer never even flow. Skip it up, breath. So build. Yeah, I can see this working quite well. And then down. Ticket da 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 da. Ticket da da da. Yeah, it doesn't need a time signature drop yet. No, it does. It needs that bow, bow, bow. But not. So what do I want? Does it need to just be the caveman? I think it does. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. Let's turn off time selection. Auto punch. Do that again. Yeah. Ooga booga. Listen to my angry, perfect thought as I get bigger. And insert new MIDI item on that track. I've not even named my tracks yet. I mean, this is how kind of lazy I'm being. That's the wrong C. That needs to go there. Dude. Copy, paste onto that and there, and then draw in a velocity line if it'll let me. My ooga boogas are all over the place, but other way. And this is the last bit before it explodes into chorus. One, two. Run from the bombs, 'cause they're very bad and they will hurt you. They will go ow, 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 ow. My flesh, my bones, my face, and my skull. Ow, 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 boom, 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 ow, 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 ow. Monty Python the Apocalypse. God, what have I become? That's quite enough of that before Sony get involved. Right. So now I need to pull a chorus out my ass. Na, da, da. I'm so glad you guys can't quite see below the line of where my guitar is, because 3 times there it sounded good and I nearly dropped my pick. But seeing as though you couldn't see it, it didn't happen. Yes. And if I do aim the camera further down, you'll start to see the mess that is in Studio B. How did we get from Apocalypse to Pirates to Ooga Booga? Welcome to my brain. I mean, this is why I'm inspired by guys like Devin Townsend, because he is bonkers. So that's riff big dim. Intro verse 2. Oh, wrong key. Alt click should be bye bye. There we go. Yeah. So this is definitely turning into the save. Pow, pow, pow. Riff big dim. I mean, there's so much noodle soup that I could do in there. Didn't want to stop it there. Seagull, stop it now. tick, bow. Yep, tick, tick. One, two. Yep, okay, so that's where we put a new bar in. So I'm gonna chop that to be a 2/4 bar. And remove that bar. 1, 2. I am the apocalypse. I have chicken lips. Oh yes, it fits. Oh, it fits. There's I've got to get this in here quick and boom, down. Damn. Boom, dum. Dun. Dent. Boom. That'll do. There was a song that I kind of demoed a riff for last year before. Yeah. Yep, right, I'll go. Oh, yeah. Okay, so let's give that its thing back. And 1, 2. Yeah, default. I use the default interface in Reaper just because I end up using different computers and going to different places so much. I don't want to get too comfortable with too weird a system. And also as an educator, I can't be too far off the default anyway, because then otherwise people will be like, where's this? I don't have that. Where's this? I don't have that. Yeah, okay. Oop. Whoops. That's the thing that was -1, and I accidentally undid that with my cleaning of the edit because I'm a stupid. Right. 1, 2. Oh, it is in there. It's just lower down. Okay. 1, 2. which is great, but we're getting into riff salad again. So I've now got my ba 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 da ba. Anyway, let's track this. A 1, 2. Okay. Snappy snap. Save, save, save. Oh, hello. Don't know what happened there. Right, and then what we're gonna do, because that's a double length verse, is it? No, it's right. So that's chorus 1. Chorus 1, which goes straight into verse 2, which is starts off half time. What's the different chords in the wave files? That is, lost my pick. There's another one. Spectral peaks, which is to do with frequencies, and like higher ones are green, really high ones are blue. It helps me see when I've got problems or when I've got higher and low ones. I'll just zoom in a little bit here. So. Granifier, Nameless, Archetype Pliny, they are all neural DSP. Don't be correcting people if you don't know. Oh, or be clearer if you meant neural amp modeler. Yeah, you've got to be clearer, because that's a thing that has only just come out and like nobody's really used yet. Yeah, I've kind of given up on amp sims as well. My favorite amp sim, PV Yeah, unfortunately, I got Scott out of the amp sim game by making him use a real amp and then him going, holy smokes, actually, let's do this. Sorry. Yeah, and also the only time I've had to do any modeling stuff has been Tonex recently, which is quite impressive. It doesn't have the slightly more featured set of a Kemper, but it's really good. Like, scarily accurate. When on earth is this? Right, what I'm going to do here is copy over the chorus 2 and make it a double chorus. That's not the chorus. Well done, doofus. That wasn't smooth. Well done. You know what? I'm just gonna cut all these right there. I could do this faster with razor editing, but I've not done enough razoring to be comfortable with speed editing with it, so I'll do that another time. Right, so what I want now is to go. Nobody does caveman breakdown choruses. And that's where I'm gonna pop them together and do this and do this and do that. Splice them. And again, the idea of this is that I'm not actually going to use any of these performances. So that's why I'm not bothering with capturing any DIs or anything. but I'll be able to go back with this Reaper project on a secondary tab. And how long is this now? Hopefully this isn't getting into some beats, minutes and seconds. 3:22 already. No, you can ask questions. Do you mean for the cursor to stop where you put it? I can't remember where that setting is, but I know that is something you can do. Show action list. Somewhere. Let's see if I can find it for you. Is it edit cursor? Link time selection and edit cursor or something like that. Something like that. There's loads of stuff. Yeah, I know it doesn't feel like it, but as soon as I hit play, it will. Right, so this little Nintendo riff is going to come back here. But it's going to be a guitar solo. But first, I'm going to do a typical helps when the guitar volume's up. Yeah. This is going to be a little piece for Mike Mallion to shine. Because that's going to be da 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 digga 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 pow. Da 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 digga 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 pow. So how many beats is that? So that should be 3 4. And back to 4 there. That'll just drop me a beat. There we go. Mid-journey to create a naked. Maybe no nakedness. I'm gonna have to just throw in some programming here. And then that's going to be ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da-ba. Yeah, so I do a turnaround on the 2. Oh. This is going to have to be a big epic bit anyway. Ooh. Each time it's going to get me. Well, at least I think I've got it now. Just copy that over. Definitely not using this guitar here, but this can be the placeholder. And then change it back to time selection so I don't record over that again. What are you doing? Say these strings are holding the tuning extremely well. These are the new Diodario XS. Thought I'd give them a crack. Yeah. Whoa! Where did that come from? Nope, that's Michael Schenker Group. Can't use that. But what I can do is a modulation. So at the end of the F major, I can go to F minor. Because that demodulates us back from the fourth. And uses a chromatic step of... and gets us back to where we want to be. I'm going to move the super high do 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 do. I must have hit the V button that's brought the volume up. And I'm going to start adding in the heavier version of the backing to this. Nope. Yep, got distracted in the middle there, wasn't looking at the fretboard and started moving up 2 frets. Okay. Oh, nope, derp. thank you about the hair. Usually that would be a weird comment, but some of you may have noticed this week I've had my head chopped off, and all that remains is this. And yeah, let's just check that. Sounds right. Actually, I'll just hit P for pan and automate the pan on this to be center. And right, no, no. What are you doing? Right, where do we go from here? Because like so that's chorus 2. Fill, and then solo slash bridge. Take it to the bridge. Da 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 da. Yep. Nope. Let's move these in that way and then edit them that way. Right, and then I'm just gonna let this have a little glory moment at the end. It's right, so that's what I want to do. That was sloppy as all hell, but and dum dum dum, and then that's just gonna be dum dum dum. No. That'll do. Because here's where I want to be. Yes, that's going to be the ending. Because I can reference back to the Nintendo riff as the ending stab. Yes. Yeah. Oh. Ooh. Oh, this is gonna work. Flip to the neck pickup. Yes. Ah, bringing references back. Right. So I need to now turn off the amp, get a bass. This one's sounding way better. This one's sounding vaguely. I don't want to use the word in tune, but the strings are a little fresher. And that's. So let's call these guitar 1, guitar 2, guitar 3, and guitar 4, and drums and bass. Bass, bass, drums, bass. Now, if I remember rightly, this bass is pretty much set perfectly, so I don't want to screw with it too much. But what I do want to do is turn up the gain on that channel. Right, let's see what I haven't even got Mammoth. I haven't even got Mammoth installed. I haven't got Parallax installed. What do I have that's good? Screw it. Let's go Amplitude. It always works. It's not the best, but it's not the worst. Crikey. There's definitely some sort of ground issue in here. Well, maybe it's just... Let's just get 2 amps going. That's a really annoying noise. Ah! So let's get a noise gate in front. Because that, yeah. Generally, I don't get that on... Oh, I know why. Or at least I mostly know why. Pickup is on single coil mode. Let's switch this out for SVT clean. More gain, more lows. Bit less on that. Cool. I don't have my actual bass rig plugged in right now, so this'll do okay. Dynamics. Black 76, you say? This is where I can get truly dirty and put something where it ain't supposed to go. Release super fast, attack quite slow. This is a very favourite trick of mine. Let's just take these mics out on the Marshall a little bit and maybe swap. No, that seems fine. If I want this to be more modern, let's bring that mic in a bit, swap it for a 421. Don't need quite so much bass on the SVT now. Now let's see how much of this I can get in a one take. It's not going to be a one take, but let's see if we can do a 4.5 minute song. What just happened? Am I a music theorist or an ear-based musician? Mostly ear-based, but I am theory trained. I try not to rely on it too much. But if I need to communicate with other musicians or think about where I need to go next or that kind of thing, I can resolve and modulate and that kind of thing. But I don't tend to innately think that way, is the way I would describe it. So, yeah. If someone says, can you play me diddle-diddle-diddle-diddle-diddle, I'd be much prefer doing that. Well, let's see if I can get it first take. I won't, but let's try. No. Let's not get too smart-ass. Let's actually tune the instrument first. Otherwise, it's entirely hubris. Yeah. There's hubris, and then there's not even checking your tuning. That would be silly. That's almost a Chris Squire-ish kind of tone. Nice. All right, let's go. And a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4. Yeah, fell apart a bit there because I tried to join in the craziness. No, I'm gonna nail that scale. No, one more time I'll do it with fingers. That's better. Probably a little lumpy, but for now I'll take it. I need to save my fingers. I'm a little loose on the timing. Well, let's do it one more time. I need a second camera that's like on my fretboard for this kind of stuff. Right, here we go. Now, that doesn't work. And that's too hybrid picky to do properly. You can't see my fingers, but I'm kind of stretching across 4 strings to do that. Which can be done, but it just doesn't, it sounds messy. Let's just go with that. Come on, brain, what was that? You in drop D, not standard, you muffin. Through the pick halfway through that. Yeah, let's not do the big thing the second time. That's what I'm going to do. Open the open octave. Yeah, so I'm going to do a very proggy thing there. Yeah, okay, let's go. Nope, second one is so it's a diminished chord. Okay. But I'm liking the dun, dun. Yeah, straight into that. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah. All right, let's stitch that together. See if it all works. There were a couple of notes in there that were not perfect that I can absolutely live with. Because, again, demo. But it may be that we need to do the vocals another night because it's now going 11 p.m. here. And the next door neighbour's bedroom is right next to this wall. So if I start going, yeah, at the top of my lungs, I don't think that'd be appreciated. Nintendo incoming. But yeah, let's check this out. Might need a little more squish on top of that. In fact, I'm going to put double tap on top of that. Because double tap is awesome. I am marking this, I think, as Hunt for Protection, which is basically the bombs drop and, well, Hunt for Protection is a really bad set of words, but like Fight for Survival, search for Shelter, something like that. Search for Shelter, that might be a better alliteration. So. I'm happy with that as a let's throw something together. That took what, 3 hours? Yeah, I'm happy with that. It needs tightening up. It needs stuff. It needs layers. I'll send it to Mike, see what he thinks, and see if he has any thoughts of where he could add something or where something's taken away. but it's got some progressive stuff. It's not overly technical. It's got a lot of call and response. There's verse riff, big opening riff, chorus riff, third riff, which is then referred to as the solo and the ending. But yeah, that ending there with the da 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 da, yeah, I'm really happy with that. So yeah, I think we've got number 1 done for the album, and the overture, which you'll have heard, has a couple of things in, but the overture is going to be probably completely rewritten once all the other songs are together. Dr. Willie's Castle. Yeah, I mean, it's got that. But because we've introduced the diminished fifth in that gentle bit there, when it comes back in for the it's not a shock, and it's not like a soap opera dramatic ending. I mean, it is, but it's because it's been in there and in the there it is. Yeah, so the diminished fifth is in the song at 3 separate points, so it's referenced. Oh, and the opening goes big diminished fifth. I've been watching a lot of Trey Xavier's his streams about songwriting, and if you haven't done that, I highly recommend that you do, because a lot of what he comes up with as feedback is things like make sure it's not riff salad, make sure it gets to the point, make sure it references itself so there's something memorable, and that's what I'm trying to do with this. I mean, maybe some parts of this album might be a little bit more technical and a bit more widdly, but I'm not John Petrucci. I'm not some incredible prog songwriter, so this is me getting into my stride, and I'm happy with this. So let's call this song working title song. So what would you call it? Hunt for Protection. Working title, Search for Survival. Cool. And that is something for me to send. I'm going to put flatline on my output there. And that's now something I can render and send. So yeah, thank you everybody for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this. I think for next time, I will try and get some sort of second camera that will point. Actually, I do have. Well, I've got this old camcorder, but that's old SD camcorder with Firewire. But I've got an HD camcorder at the studio now. I think about it, so I'll plug that into a capture card and get that chugging along, because I've got a capture card right there that I'm not using, so I can do that for next time. But thank you all for watching. It's been a pleasure to make music for people. I mean, make music for myself, but with people watching. And thank you all. I'll see you in the next one, because now I have to go and practice playing and singing The Trooper by Iron Maiden. And that's going to be a lot. When is next time? At the moment, I don't know. Might be next Sunday, but I'm doing at least one of these a month. I'm going to try and put a bigger post out about it next time, because this was very last minute, because I've been just trying to find the time. And yeah, there will be more, and I will try and let you all know through the Discord and maybe a post on YouTube as well, and then try and get a regular time slot, because I mean, I'm in LA at NAMM next month. I'm in Wales in May for another thing that I can't tell you all about, blah, 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 all this stuff. But we will make it happen, and I will see you all very soon. And maybe I'll even have graphics and stuff. Good gravy. Thanks, everybody. See you later.